Yes, please, let's join up so that we can start immediately. Is everybody join up? Can we start? Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be continuing our series in Photoshop. We've been looking at how to design a logo in Photoshop, and we say that with the skills of designing a logo, you can do a whole lot of things. So today we're going to try to start what we've done so far from beginning and in a stretch, get it to a certain point and try to bring in some new shapes. That's what we're going to be doing today. And to do this, I'm going to quickly share my screen so that we can follow up. So I'm going to click on share screen. Okay. So my screen is shared. So today we're going to be looking at logo design. This is our website, Tclassified.com. Under blog section, you can see Photoshop. Then you see these are the steps. So with these steps, I'm going to quickly develop these or design this logo. So let's do that. We're going to be starting from scratch so that we can do a new job. And any steps that we missed in the last one, we should be able to go through such steps this time around. So please, if you missed any of our classes in Photoshop, follow through now. The skills that you're going to be getting in designing this logo is going to be going a long way in helping you, sorry, helping you do a whole lot of things, okay? Are we together? Can we start now? Okay. So to start up a new project, like we all know, you're supposed to go to the what? File. Then I click on new. Photoshop, just click on file and click on new. You open up your Photoshop, click on file and click on new. So that's what I just did now. So under the title, I'm gonna label this as logo man, which is simply means my main logo. The width is 1920, the height is 1080, and the measurements are in pixels, and I make sure that I have 16-bit here. So once I'm done with that, I'm gonna click OK, so that this new background is gonna come out so that I can start my work. Okay, so you can see what I'm saying now. So I have my background. This is the layer tab. I have my background now. So I'm gonna start working. So what do I do first? When we started this logo, we said that the first thing, we said that we're gonna leave this background the way it is, isn't it? We're gonna leave it locked out. Then we're gonna use the text tool. I'm gonna click on the text tool in order for me to write out the text. Is that what I said? That's the first thing we do. We write out the text of the work. So I'm gonna click at the middle here once. Then once I click, I can start typing out. And I'm gonna type out Tclassified.com. So my Tclassify is in white. That's why I'm not able to see it. And to change the color, I come up here, click here, and select a color. So once I select a color, I can press on OK, so that I can see my color.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Sir, please, I can't hear you.
Okay. Please, can anybody hear me? Somebody say you cannot hear me. Can anybody hear me? You can hear me? Okay. But somebody say you cannot hear me from online. Please, can any other person online hear me very well? Because somebody said he cannot hear me before we continue. Who is hearing, using earpiece again? You can hear you. Okay, please check your, the person that just complained, Amos, anybody, the person that complained, please check your system. I think the problem is from there. Every other person is hearing me, can hear me. Okay, so once you write out your Tclassified.com, you can click here. Can you see here? Can anybody see this character? Can click on it and increase the size or anything you want to increase. So I'm gonna put 8 here. Can change the color if I want. So I want it to be dark, dark blue. So I pick up this very dark blue. And what else do I want to change? You can change anything you want also from here. Exactly. So once you're done, you can always click the good mark. Please, can everybody hear me now?
Sorry, sir. Sir, please, I can't hear you.
Amos, you cannot still hear me. This Amos is complaining he cannot hear me. Can anybody? Can everybody hear me? You can hear me too. Wow. Oh, you can hear me. Yeah, please. Can you hear me? Please, what is the problem? Can you hear me now? Please put your okay. So you can make changes from here. Like I said, after writing out your test, you can double click on it. Once you double click on it, you can make any form of change that you want. So if you want to increase the vertical direction, the way it is arranged, you can do this here. You can change the color here. Yeah, you can just select that one, the one you want to. So I can change the font. What font do I use? Let me check out this font and see. Okay, this one looks good. So once I'm done making all the changes that I want, I can now click on this good. Okay, so that is what I have now. So I'm gonna remove this character editing tool. I'm gonna click back on this selection tool so that I can try to increase the size of this my Tclassified. I want it to be pretty big. Okay, so this is what I want. Once I'm done, I'm gonna click this good. Click on the outer space and position it well. That's what I want. So make sure you have something like this. Make sure your work is looking as cute as this. So once your work is looking as cute as this, the next thing I'm gonna do will be to duplicate this and change the text. And to do that, I'm gonna quickly hold down the Alt key and move this. So once you do that, it's gonna duplicate. So once I duplicate, I'm gonna double click on the inside by first of all clicking on the text tool. Then I double click. So once I double click, everything is highlighted. So I'm gonna now write educational technology, edu. Let me abbreviate it, Abi. Educational technology and ICT operations. Those are the things we'll do here. Okay. So having done this, I'm gonna double click on it to highlight, then click on the character. and be able to make some changes. First of all, I'm going to put it as red color. Here's the tag. And after choosing red, what else am I going to do? I'm going to change the font. Let me try out this Gothic. No, I don't like it. So try out the font. See the one you like. Gabriella. Okay, I love this. So I'm going to leave it at this. So I'm going to click the good to affect it. My red is too dark. So I'm going to pick up a red that is lighter. But first of all, make sure you double click. Then you go back, pick up a good red. This is the red I'm going to use. Okay. Press the OK and press this good. Then I can now remove this. So I go to my move to click on it again so that this can be changed to transform. I'll now reduce it to the size I want. Then click on the good to affect it. Then click on the outside and then move this to the center. So that is what I want to do. So having this now, I can go to the select tool. This is the select tool. Click on the select tool. Select the both of them. Once I select the both of them, this are we here. If anytime you select something and you don't like the selection, just go inside it, right click and say deselect. So please make sure you know how to do that. You select something, then you don't like the selection, you go inside and select. Okay, so you can also use this other tool. You pick this, hold down the shift key and pick the up one so that you can select the both of them. Can you do that? So once you can select the two of them, you can go to this align horizontally to the center. So I click on it so that everything will be aligned well. Then I click on empty space. So this is what I have now. So make sure you have something similar to what I have. So once you have that, we can start bringing in our shapes. And to bring in our shape, what did we do yesterday? I'm going to take this here so that I can be seeing what I'm doing. We'll simply go to new layer. So we'll now have layer 1 here. So that is the layer where we're going to be bringing in the shapes. So I'm going to go to the circle shape. That's what I want to bring in. So where is the circle shape? If you go to shapes and right click, you're going to see all the shape, rectangle and the rest. But I want to use the ellipse tool because I want to draw the cycle. And because I want to draw the cycle, I'm going to hold down the shift key to have a perfect cycle. If I don't hold down the shift key, I'm going to have a cycle that is not perfect. So once I do that, I have this cycle. So if you want your cycle to have a color, I'm going to give it a feel. And the feel I'm going to give it is this feel. Okay. Then I'm going to press the enter key. So the next thing I'm going to do is to duplicate this shape. And to duplicate this shape, I simply go to this tool, which is your move tool. So once it's selected, I can on it, hold down the Alt key, and move a little bit, just a little. Okay, so I now have those two. So I can hold down the shift key and also pick the other shape. I want to pick the both of the shapes. So there are two ways you can do that. You can also select the two of them together. Okay. If you don't want to use this, like I say, you can right click to deselect. So I'm going to pick up the two shapes. Make sure that you don't pick it up together with the text, because the way I did it now, the text is picked up. So once you do a bad selection, click back on this tool and make sure you're not having a bad selection. So I'm going to go to move tool and try to move some of these out first. move them out so that I can have only these my two circular shapes which I want to select. So once I select them, I can go to layers and say combine shape. Can you say combine shape? Then I can get to subtract from shape. So once I do it, it's looking better. This is exactly the way I want your stuff to look. Like yesterday, you guys did your own. Some of them, the stomach is bloated. I don't want the shape bloated. If you want this to look very sexy and cute, it has to be done in this way. So once you have this, the next thing you do is to duplicate this one that you have now. So I'm going to hold down the Alt key and duplicate this. Okay. So once I have this, I'm going to click on this one and transform this by simply getting down the size. If I get down the size now, I rotate a little like this. This is what I want to have. Okay. Whereas this other one, so once I'm done, I click the pick tool, click on enter. Okay, I apply this. So this is what I have for this. Then for this one, I click on it. Then I rotate it also a little bit, just a little bit. Then I click back here, apply, click on empty space. So that I can now pick this man, put it here, which is what I want to do. Then pick up this other man, put it here. This is the kind of shape I want to have. Click on empty space, then I'll see the beauty, okay? If the beauty is not giving me what I want, I can simply take this up and place it in the middle. Take this other man, place it down here. Okay. Then take this man, place it here. I want to rotate it a little bit. Okay. Then back here, apply. Then take this man. Take this man and bring it here. Okay. So that's what I have. If you look at this, you see how beautiful. This is actually beautiful, isn't it? So this is what we want to have. So make sure you're having this. Make sure you're having this. You can always work on this. Anytime you click on it, if it's not giving you what you want, you can actually rotate more and extend. You can do a whole couple of things. Okay. So depending on what you want, you can apply your designs. So anytime you click on anything, it's not giving you what you want. Click on empty space and get back to it. It will work. Okay. So this is what I have now. So make sure you have something like this. Are we together? This is where we stopped yesterday. So in a quick rush, I want you to design this and prepare yourself for the next thing we want to do. So make your work look exactly like this. Make it look exactly like this. As you know, you can group, you can do a whole lot of things with this. So if you select anything you want to group, you want to group all of them, that means you have to select all of them. Once you select all of them, you can go to layers and you're going to see a whole lot of options, group layers and the rest. If I group this now, then you see that all of them are going to move together anytime I move. Is that clear? So please get, this was where we stopped. So I just started it afresh. I got it to this level because I want us to do it easier. If you're able to get it to this level, the next thing we're going to be learning will be using the pen tool to draw shapes. Using this tool to draw shape. So we're going to be able to use this tool to draw a leaf. So that's what I'll be showing us tomorrow. So if you hold down the Alt, you can change the direction of this leaf. Okay. And you can close it up. So you can draw things like this. You can give it any color you want, and you can use it. So this will be what we'll be doing today, drawing a perfect shape using the pen tool. That's what we'll be doing tomorrow. And that is when you must have gotten this right. So you can draw a thing like this. And after drawing it, you can do what? Duplicate it by holding the Alt key. You know how to duplicate, isn't it? Hold the Alt key and move a little. So once you do that, you can always select the two of them. Once you select the two of them, that's only when you can go to layer and do what? Combine shapes with subtract to give you a very fine shape. Okay? So once you have this, you can use this and do whatever you want. So once you have that, you can bring in shapes like I said. Can you see this place they wrote these are my shapes. If you right click on this shape, you will see custom shape. If you have custom shape, you can bring in all these type of shapes. So if it is this that is selected, I can bring it in. So I can now have Ostino TM. You can see that. I can fill it with a color that I want. Ostino TM. So it's there. If that's not the shape I want, I can come here, click, select another shape. If I want to bring in love shape, I can bring it in. And love, it's always in red. I can press the Enter key. If I don't like that, I'm going to bring in another shape. So all these shapes are going to help you build out beautiful, beautiful sort of diagrams that you can use in your work to make it look better. So I'm going to press the Enter key. So depending on the shapes you want, you can bring them in. Once you go to custom shapes, so I'm going to leave this here because I don't want to bother you guys with so much for one day. So try bringing out all these shapes, making this look exactly the way it is. And tomorrow we're going to learn how to use the pen tool, this very tool, to make some sketches and take our logo to the next level. Remember, everything you want is in Christ Jesus. And the easiest way to success is by being a born again. See you when I see you again. Thank you. God bless you. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, we're not taking questions. See you when I see you. God bless you.